Good morning. Happy Monday, the start of another incredible week. In fact, happy supercharged manifesting Monday. Here we go. The start of another week, and my desire to give you some inspiration for this week, talk a little bit about manifesting, hear from you guys how things are happening in your world as we kick off the start of another week. I like to think of these weekly shares as, just some inspirational Monday morning coffee, if you would. So sit back, get ready to take a couple of notes, get ready to think a little bit as we talk about manifesting. And this time we're going to do a cute little spin on manifesting because we're going to talk about why you might not be manifesting your big desires, your big dreams, your big goals, your big ideals. All right, so I see so many friends here with us. I'm just going to jump right in. And I'm going to ask those of you that are joining and watching live, if you can just interact and let me know that I'm on the right track with this conversation, because I've been thinking about this myself recently and got some new downloads that I'm really excited to share with you guys about manifesting. So first I want to ask you, if you're watching, this morning we're talking about if you have not manifested your big dream, a big desire, a big idea that you might have, and it hasn't manifested, I want to share with you why. I don't know if you're like me. Like, I'm the kind of personality where when I understand what's going on, it just lifts the pressure off of me. I feel light and I'm like, so that's what it is. Like, it's not that something is wrong with me. Don't we tend to think that, like, it's not working, it's working for everybody else but not me, something must be wrong with me? I don't know about you, but I'll confess, I can tend to think that sometimes. So when I have an understanding of what's going on and that it's a universal principle at play, not Tasha and not you, that's not doing it right or not right, then when you understand, it just lifts the pressure off. And now you create space to actually have magic unfold in your life. So good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to those of you that are here. Let's jump right into this conversation and get started. So I want you to think about right now a big desire that you might have. So many of you that follow and listen to me, you are business owners, many of you. So I want you to think maybe of a business dream that you've had, or a business goal, or a business intention or desire, and a really big one, whether it's money or a certain status in your business that you've been looking to manifest and have happen. Maybe it's a certain number of clients, a certain type of clients. Maybe it's that you want to manifest global reach. I don't know. I just want you to think about your big, big, big desire. And I want you to tell me the truth. If you have any desires that have not manifested yet, they haven't manifested yet, and you have moments where you feel discouraged, or you feel like giving up, or you feel like it's not working, or you feel frustrated, or you are just like at your wit's end and ready to pull your hair out because it's like, why is this not manifesting? So if that's you, and you're watching, I want you to just be, yay, thank you. I see some yeses coming in. I want you to just share with me if you feel like that. Listen, I teach this stuff. I teach it, I practice it, I live it every single day. And I have moments with things in my life, big desires, where I'm like, oh my gosh, is this working? Is this really working? Is it ever going to work for me? I have that. So I know if I do, I know you do too. It's just, are you going to be willing to be honest with me this morning? So go ahead, if that's you, type in the comments, let me know so that we can have an honest conversation. My thing is, if we're willing to be honest and real about it and bring our awareness to it, then we can change it. And that's what I want us to do together. All right. So if you know that you have something big, I just want you to bring it to mind right now. And if you ever feel like you're getting discouraged or worried or frustrated or wondering if it's ever going to happen, let me know. Let me know. All right. So here's the thing I want you to know as we get started. You are always manifesting. Always. So this conversation is not going to be, does manifesting work? It does. It does work, and you are always manifesting. You have always been manifesting your entire life. Right now, watching this, there's some part of you that wanted to hear something that I'm going to say in this conversation that manifested you being here to hear this. So you are constantly manifesting. So before we go any further, manifesting works. Manifesting is simply you have thoughts and ideas that you have in your subconscious mind that then show up in your physical reality. Manifesting is simply that. What we're trying to do is master the thoughts and align to desires, bring the desires up and be willing to ask for them so that they show up in our physical reality, right? That's what we're doing, and we call it manifesting. We're manifesting all the time. We're thinking thoughts, random thoughts, and then they show up in physical form in our life, good and bad. So what we're trying to do by understanding this manifesting process is we're trying to master the way that we think so that we become more in control of the thoughts, so that we're thinking thoughts that create things that we actually really do want. And we're allowing ourselves to align with or become aware of the desires that we have and think thoughts about those desires so that they show up in physical reality. Right? So it's like this law is always happening, and all we're trying to do is understand it more so that we are the masters of it. We are mastering manifesting, but it's always at play. So as long as we got that, let's keep going, right? Everything you desire is manifesting. So can you just like hashtag type, let me know that you're here. I am always manifesting. This morning, I want you to remember that before we go any further. It's really important that you remind yourself and you know, I am always manifesting. This is not a question of if it works or not. I am always, every second of every day, I am always manifesting. All right, come on, let me see you guys. Type in the comments so that I know that you guys believe, understand, and get that, and I don't have to go any further into that fact. Okay, yeah, I see lots of comments. So here's the thing that trips us up about manifesting and why we would have a big desire, a big goal, a big aim, a big intention, whatever language you use for it, why you would have a big one that's out there, and then why would you get frustrated? Why would you think it's not working? Why would you think, you know what, I feel like giving up? The thing at play that lets us feel that is time. Time. You set your desire, you become aware of your intention, you become aware of something that you want to manifest, and then a certain period of time goes by and it hasn't happened yet. And then you go, oh my God, I'm frustrated. It doesn't work. I feel like giving up, right? Because in your conscious mind, it's either it should take this much time or it's been too long of a period of time and it hasn't manifested yet. So here's the next thing I want you to write. Time has nothing to do with manifesting. Time has nothing. Like, it's kind of like you're trying to play over here in this sandbox, and then you're trying to put this rule on top of the sandbox, which is time, and they don't mesh, they don't play together, they don't even intersect. So you're getting frustrated that something isn't working, manifesting isn't working, because you have this rule on top of it about time. And that's what's getting you frustrated. So this morning, I want you to really understand time has nothing to do with manifesting. And if you keep looking at the time it's taking, then you are going to get frustrated. You are going to want to pull your hair out. You might want to give up because you're thinking, I need it. Either I need it in this much time, or this much time has gone by and it hasn't happened, or whatever you're thinking. But you're looking at time to evaluate if your manifestation is working. And that is a recipe for disaster. So I want you to get that. You're gonna have to separate manifesting your desire and time. Now, I want to put a lot of context here, because in our coaching and our teaching, we always tell people to set a date by which you want to manifest. And I want you to understand this little piece, right? So I believe that when I go and I acknowledge a desire, I'm a human being. Yes, there's a certain, sure, I would love to have it tomorrow. Actually, I would like it today. Truth be told, I would like it today, right? But I understand that when I go and I set a manifestation, I want to acknowledge my desire that I would love for it to happen in this time frame. That would be awesome. However, I am detached from it happening by then. There is no attachment whatsoever. It's kind of like saying, I would love for you to have a birthday party for me. If you have it on my birthday, that's awesome. If you have it the day before or the weekend before, that would be cool too. If you decide to have it at the end of the month for me, awesome. Really, what I want is a birthday party. I'm not attached to the date. And if you have it on my birthday, all the better, right? So this is the only way that time comes in, is that you have free will to express. It would be awesome if it happens by this date, but you're not going to sit there and go, it didn't work, it isn't working, I'm frustrated, I'm giving up, because the date has arrived and you haven't manifested. Does that make sense to all of you guys? Can you give me some loves and likes and comments and let me know what you guys are thinking about that? Because now I want to tell you, it's not time that impacts manifesting. I want to tell you what does. There's two things that you should take your attention off of time and put your attention on these two things instead. And so I want to share that with you, but I want to make sure that you guys got that. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying, yes, I understand. So the two things are this. Number one, when you acknowledge a desire and you are manifesting it, there's two things that's going to impact how quickly it comes to you, right? And these two things are, number one, it's like, number one is like two parts. One is your belief that you can actually manifest this thing. Do you really believe that you can? And number two is your beliefs. So I'm sorry, this is part A and B of number one. Do you believe that you can manifest it? And then part two is, what are your beliefs about, for example, what are your beliefs that you deserve to manifest this thing? What are your beliefs that you are worthy of it? Like a lot of you in business and you're entrepreneurs and what you're looking to manifest is money, right? But you have a belief that says, it's hard to make money, or it takes a lot of time to make that much money. And so you see, it's you delaying your manifesting because you believe, I want to manifest $1 million this year, but your beliefs say, gosh, I've never done that ever in my life. So I really don't believe that that can happen in a year, even though I'm asking for it. My belief system says I got to work really hard for it, which, truth be told, none of us want to do. We don't genuinely want to work really hard. And that's not like a criticism. It's just the truth. It's a lie we've been told that we're fighting against every day. We've been told we need to work really hard. Innately, we don't really want to do it. And so we struggle against it because we believe that that's the way it has to be, right? So if you have a belief that says you have to work really hard for money, if you have a belief that says money, a lot of money takes a long time, then that's what's delaying your manifesting. And you're looking at it as, oh my God, it's taking all this time and it's not working. Time has nothing to do with it. The speed with which you will manifest, make sure you get this, the speed with which you will manifest depends on your beliefs. It depends on your beliefs. Do you believe you can manifest it? And do you have beliefs that either make it happen faster or make it happen slower? If you are asking to manifest something that your beliefs about having it are not in alignment, then it's going to take a long time. You guys getting that? You guys getting that? All right. What can I use to fuel my belief? Okay, you guys. So it's my belief systems. Yes, yes, yes. It's all about what you believe. Does that make sense? I love using the money example, right? Because that's what a lot of people are looking to manifest, especially if we're in business. We're looking to manifest business results, clients, more money, and we're putting that out there all the time. And then the end of the year comes around and you're like, oh my God, I didn't manifest it. Well, you're looking at time as part of the manifesting thing, and that has nothing to do with it. Have you ever noticed how some people manifest quickly and some people take a longer time to manifest? The reason is not they're luckier than you and it happens for them faster. The reason is they believe more. Their belief system that they are worthy, that they deserve it, that it can happen fast. They actually believe that it can happen fast, that it can happen easy. And that's why it happens like that for them. All right. So that's number one. Number two is it's not about the period of time it's going to take for something to manifest. It's about the number of things that need to happen in between. So for example, like you think, okay, I want this thing to happen. I want this result in my business to happen, and I want it to happen in this time frame. Right? So let's say you want a specific result and you're thinking, I want it to happen in 30 days. However, there are a few things that need to happen for you to get that result. And if you haven't been in this process and setting things up, the number of things that need to happen might take you longer than it might take me. Right? So for example, because I've been practicing this for so long, because I live like this, because my belief is high and strong and in alignment with a lot of things with money, right? When I set a money intention, the number of things that need to happen for me might be fewer than that needs to happen for you. So for example, my business has a certain number of things in place. So when I say I want to manifest like more clients, I have things in place that mean there's less things that need to happen for me to manifest a certain number of clients. If you are starting on day one and you want to manifest the same number of clients that I want to manifest in the same period, it might not happen like that right in that time period for you, because you need a few more things in place before you can manifest that. Does that make sense to everyone? When I got this, it blew my mind, because I realized, oh my goodness, sometimes I get frustrated because it doesn't look like it's manifesting, but it's just that there are a few things that are falling in place, sometimes that I don't even see. So one of my favorite examples of this is when we have our events at the start of the year, right? So I might have a desire for a certain number of people to attend the event. And so I might say, I want to have this event and I want to have 200 people attend the event. Well, I've had this event for 3 years, or actually this is our 6th or 7th year. So when I say I want to have 200 people attend the event, there are a number of things that need to happen in between. Emails need to go out that people respond to. I need to go to events and talk about this. I need to share on Facebook. There are a lot of little things in between that need to happen. And then the event arrives and there's 200 people, right? So the in-between part, when the things are unfolding, I don't get attached to that at all. The incidents, the things in between, the number of things that need to happen are beyond my comprehension. Because sometimes in my physical way, my human way, I can look at, well, if I go to this event, I need 10 people to sign up from this event so that I know I'm going to get 200. Well, I might go to that event and 0 people sign up, and then I might get discouraged. Meanwhile, another incident that might unfold is I might send an email out and 50 people respond to the email. And so you can't get attached to the incidents that happen in between. You just need to understand that it's not about time. It's about the number of things that need to happen. And here's another great comparative example. Sometimes I write that I want to manifest seeing pink birds. I know I'm weird, but every single day I make a list of things I want to manifest because I need my ego to see how this works. So sometimes I'll write on my list, I want to manifest seeing pink birds. I just saw pink birds for the first time in my neighborhood a month ago, and I've become obsessed. So now it makes my list, and sometimes I go, I don't want to see one, I don't want to see two, I want to see a group of pink birds, which I've never seen before. One morning I go walking. Last Saturday morning, actually, I'm walking. I just get inspired to look up, and there's this flock of beautiful pink birds flying over my head. I am screaming. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm screaming. I'm going nuts because I manifested seeing pink birds. It was amazing. Okay, why can't that happen with $30 million? Why can't I write it and it happened like that in 2 days? Because seeing pink birds flying overhead requires not that many different number of things to unfold. Manifesting 30 million is going to require a few things in between to unfold, because I'm not yet at the level of belief that says I can just think 30 million and it shows up like my birds. I'm not yet at that level of belief. And because I'm not at that level of belief, then it's gonna take, I believe right now that there are a few more things in between that need to happen. And so therefore, the universe shows me and gives me back, yes, Tasha, you do believe there are a few more things, so it's going to take a little longer than you see in birds. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense and you guys get it. So the two things that you need to be looking at is your belief system. Do you believe you can manifest it? And also you need just understand it's not about time. It's really just about the number of things that need to happen for you to manifest. And you don't know how many things need to happen. You don't know. That's kind of the trick. You just need to believe that you are manifesting. It is happening. It is unfolding. Right? So here's what I want you to do instead of looking at time. I want to ask you, think now about your big dream. Think about your big desire, the thing that you've been waiting on. And I want to ask you, and I want you to type this, yes or no. Have you had any evidence, any proof that it is on its way? Yes or no? Have you seen any signs at all, big or small? So for example, last week, I wrote out a desire to create a movement of 10 million people strong. I journaled that and I wrote, here is my intention. And I decided, you know what? The way that I'm going to know that this has manifested is I'm going to have this scene. I'm going to experience this scene. And the scene included Oprah. The next day, one of our clients sent me an email out of the blue. She literally said, this just popped into my head. I saw this, I see a vision for you guys. And she went out and she outlaid it. And she said something and she referenced Oprah. For me, this was the next day after I wrote it. This was massive evidence for me because this lady knows nothing about what I wrote. She knows nothing that this idea is even in my mind. This has nothing to do with the work that I've been doing so far. This is something completely new. And so nobody literally knows about this but me. And so here she came from out of nowhere with this email. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy evidence. That's all you need. That is all you need is proof that it is on its way. Do not look at time. Look for evidence. Do you have clues? Do you have little proof, little things happening, showing up that's telling you it's on its way? If the answer is yes, then you need to take your attention off of time. And here's what I would tell you to do. Put your attention on evidence and also work on your beliefs. Work on believing that you deserve it, that you are worthy of it, that it can be easy, that it can happen for you fast. And then you will see time begin to shrink. All right. So that's what I have to share for you today. Wow. What do I want to leave you guys with? How about this? I believe. Hashtag I believe, or I am believing. Hashtag I am believing. Mwah! Go have an amazing rest of the week. Take your attention off of time. You are manifesting. It's happening. Once you already acknowledge your desire, it's on its way. Don't get frustrated looking at the period of time. Look for evidence and work on your beliefs. All right. Have a great Monday. Have a great rest of the week. Bye, everyone.